Hi, I'm Susan Lenart. I'm a silversmith and an artist, and I love working with different mediums. This is resin. I love working with resin, and I want to show you how to make a faux druzy. First off, I'm going to use a plunger here today just because it's the quickest. And I always have these sitting around in my studio. The nice thing about it, there's no measuring. I can just plunge in half of it, all of it, whatever I want. The top goes right back on. And this can just sit in my studio space like this. I'm just gonna plunge this right in here. Now I just need to mix this for, maybe 30 seconds to a minute. You wanna be a little bit gentle mixing it because it's a smaller amount. I mixed about a ½ ounce, or about a little bit less than that. So right when I'm mixing it, I'm gonna see it get a little bit cloudy, and don't worry, it'll get super clear again. If you can, it's like scrambling eggs. I really like using this cup when I finish off and have my resin depleted. I can just wipe this out with a alcohol wipe, and it makes it nice and easy. So with this technique, what I'm gonna do, this is my faux druzy down here. I actually love stones, druzy stones, all types of stones, and I realized this looks a lot like a druzy stone. So with that, I just put a little bit of resin into the bottom of a bezel cup. And then I'm just gonna completely overfill with my glass glitter. This is a beautiful, beautiful glass glitter. There's a number of different colors. I'm kind of obsessed with this deep kind of salmony pink. What this does is with the glitter pieces landing on top of each other, the glass, they kind of push each other down and make it look like a natural druzy. What I sometimes do on this piece here is I'll go in with a little bit of paint, and I'll just kind of hit the edges, because if you look at a real stone, it just has a little bit of natural coloration in your piece, and that's what I do just to make it look a little bit more realistic. So this also is just some different inclusions here. I wanted to show you mixing resin in with inclusions. These are the mica powder inclusions, and then I have some opal inclusions here. So what I do is I just put a little bit of resin. These are actually mixed right in. I'm just gonna put a little bit of resin into a cup, and I'm gonna put some mica powders right in and just kind of mix this up. And like these, you can see I just drop them right in. Gives you some really interesting patterns in here. You get the light hitting these small flakes in a different way, and it just gives you a really interesting look. So I'm just gonna kind of let that settle. For the next piece, I wanted to show you, you can also mix a little bit of tints in. So this piece again, I'm gonna pour a little bit of resin in. This is the wipe off my brush. I'm gonna actually put a dot of the tint in. Got some beautiful alcohol tints. And this is my opal powders. So with this combination, I'm just gonna mix these in. You can mix in any color to the opal powders. This is actually the blue mixed in, and this is just the opal powders on their own. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pour these right into my bezel. I kind of just use the small ones for this. If I have overflow, I'm just gonna get in and clean up my sides. This is a studio sheet that I'm using. This one actually, my resin will just wipe right off, or I could take a bone folder and pop the resin off when it's done. So this gives me a beautiful blue. There's a number of different colors. If I want an interesting surface on here, a different type of surface, I can sand it down to make a matte. I always like showing this one. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe off my surface with a little bit of an alcohol wipe, and I have a matte surface. And here's one of my finished pieces using the druzy technique and a couple other examples. And this is a nice example of using the inclusions with the opals and the mica powders. And that's how easy it is to make your own druzys using resin.